Hello, welcome to You Know Something. I'm Dina.
And I'm Diana.
Hello, Diana. How are you?
I'm flippin' How are you?
Wow. Okay. You win, I think. You win.
Oh, okay. Well, I want you to be too.
I will be. After I talk to you, I will be. And I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you haven't. And we're so glad you chose to spend a little time with us today. Usually around 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
Yeah. And we'll be, like I like to say, we'll be your best friend for 30 minutes and then you're on your own after that until we meet again. Till we're on to the next episode. Was that Vanilla Ice that said that? There's some song that says to the next episode. Oh no, it was Dr. Dre. Anyway, I don't know. I'll look it up later, but we'll see you
Yeah,
again on the next
I
episode.
don't know. I can't help you on that one.
Okay. You're not an expert at 90s hip hop.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't ring a bell with me.
Okay. So, Diana, let me ask you a question. Have you ever, and our listeners ask the same question to you, have you ever wondered, am I normal?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, of course. I think everybody is natural. But what is normal? What is the
Good,
definition of normal?
good question. I'll say it in air quotes, normal. What is normal? We're going to try to find out today what normal is, and we're going to compare ourselves and see if we're superior or inferior. So if you have a problem with comparing yourself to others, you're just going to have to deal with it today because that's what we're doing.
And maybe it'll help you deal with others.
Yeah, there you go. We're all the colors of the rainbow. So maybe you've thought, am I taller or am I shorter than average? Or have I had more jobs than most people? Did I get married younger or older than most people? Have I moved more than the average person? Or maybe you've wondered if everyone else seems to have life figured out and you're still trying to find your other sock. You know,
I'm still trying to find the first one.
my thing is gloves. I'm missing every right hand glove I own. And I guess I take it off to open something, the door, and then I drop it. I don't know, but I have a whole basket of left-handed gloves. If anybody out there, no offense, if you don't have a right hand, you just have a left hand, I have a bag of gloves I can send you.
So silly.
Anyways, so what we're doing is we're diving into the fascinating world of statistics. Woo! My sister is a statistician. Did you know that exists, a statistician?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but that would not be me.
She's moved on to bigger things, but she started out as a statistician, which is all numbers all around you, which is like my biggest nightmare. Today, we're diving in the fantastic world of statistics, averages, and all those numbers that attempt to describe the lives of millions of people. We're talking about height, average weight, number of children, relationships, jobs, moves, and a whole lot more. So today, me and Diana, or I guess it'd be Diana and I, are going to compare our lives to some surprising statistics and see how we measure up. Sometimes we'll fit right in, probably, and then sometimes we'll be above the average, and sometimes we may be way off the chart. We may be superior to all of you listening. I don't know.
I doubt
Probably
that.
not. Do what?
I highly doubt that. You and I are the ones doing the podcast, trying to figure everything out. Our listeners are just listening.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'd say we have some superior people out there. This is all in good fun. Just curious. I read an article about statistics. Some of them were really surprising, and I thought, I just wonder. That's a good subject for an episode. Okay, so let's just dive into it and we'll see how just average or wonderfully unaverage we are. Now, when you were younger, did you want to kind of fit in with everybody?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's natural, isn't it?
Yes. Of course. We all want to be liked and we want to be asked to be on the ball team. We don't want to be the last one standing there and nobody wants us to play with them.
Yeah. And I can remember my mom saying, "Well, Dina, you don't want to be like everybody else just because everybody else is." And I thought, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't want to be different." And then I think as we get older, we think, It's kind of cool to be a little different.
Oh yeah.
So we'll start with the superficial thing about appearance and see how we do here. Okay, the average height for women in America. What do you think the average height for an American woman is?
First thought is maybe 5'7", 5'8", but I gotta make a choice. I'm gonna go with 5'8".
Okay, it's actually, and you may be presently surprised, it's 5'3.5 inches.
That is exactly what I am.
So you're perfect. You're perfect. We're
Now,
perfectly average.
I always wanted to be taller.
I know if you're small, you want to be tall. If you're tall, you want to be small. I always want, I'm 5'7". I've probably slouched down a little bit now, but when you have that growth spurt, I guess it was probably like fourth grade, you feel so out of place. Your head's sticking up above other people and you feel goofy and awkward and your male choices are limited if you want them to be taller than you. So
Right.
count your blessings.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys like little girls. But if you're between the average of between the height of 5'2" and 5'5", you're well within the typical range if you want to be typical. Your height can actually shift through the day. So if you want to be taller, measure yourself in the daytime because gravity compresses your discs in your spine. So you're your tallest when you wake up in the morning.
Mhm.
And as you get older, you shrink. Sorry, Diana.
Oh, I know that.
Do you remember your parents? Like you think, wait a minute, I'm looking at the top of your head where you used to be taller than me.
Yes.
They're just little babies, our parents. Women typically reach their full adult height by their late teens and early 20s, and then the discs start to compress as you get older. Of course, there is a difference within racial and ethnic differences in height too. White women average 63.7 inches and non-white women 63.6. I mean, that's a tenth of an inch. So height can have a lot to do with your nutrition when you're young, your growth, which makes sense. There's a tall gene. Let's say uh, your ancestors were tall because they did have good nutrition, and that gene will pass down regardless of your lifestyle, your circumstances. So if you come from a group of people that were tall, then generally you'll maintain that height. American women fall in the middle. You would think maybe Americans would be taller than other countries. I mean, just because we think we're so much greater than everybody else, I just assume we'd be taller.
Where are you getting that information in your brain? What makes
I don't know. I guess I think because we have so many different races here, so many different backgrounds that came from everywhere. And I mean, face it, we have good nutrition here, although it's kind of crappy too. Shouldn't we have a lot of choices, and it's one of the richer countries, so you would think so. I would think so. We would have taller people. We would go right in the middle. Norway and Scandinavian countries like Iceland out height us here in America. We have a lot of Norwegian listeners, so good for you, tall ladies. Okay, here's the dreaded one. What do you
it?
think it is?
Oh my goodness, it's the weight. Weight, weight.
And that's a tricky subject.
Ooh,
We're just doing it for fun. And weight can, I mean, Diana is a registered nurse, has been in the healthcare industry forever, so I'm sure you can't tell what somebody weighs by the way they look. It can be distributed differently,
right.
body structure, height, all that kind of stuff. If you retain water,
Well, and you weigh more if you are more muscular, your muscle mass
right.
weight.
That's what I
If
was telling myself. It must be because I went to the gym once last month. That must be why I weigh so much more.
oh, absolutely it is. You go once a month, girl.
Yeah, it's all that muscle in my thighs under there somewhere. But the average weight for a woman in the United States is, do you want to guess this one or is it too yucky for you to?
No, yes. I'm gonna say 172.
Girl, that's exactly right.
Uh-uh. Well,
How did you do that?
how do I what do I win?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I don't know. I just went between 170 and 180 and I came up with 172.
Very good. Very good. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say on that, except to say there's a lot of things went through my brain when I heard that, but individual factors like age, height, and body composition affect the definition of a healthy weight, of course. And the
Correct.
weight, I'm sorry.
I was just agreeing with you.
Okay. Um, so I'm looking at my height. They have a height weight chart. I'm always kind of pleasantly surprised when I look at that height weight thing. I have a little app on my phone and I think, okay, I'm not into the obese range yet. I'm working my way there, but I'm still good as far as height and weight goes. So it's such a touchy subject, tricky subject, something I think we think about constantly, and it can be so damaging that maybe we ought to just move on.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not telling my weight. So if you want to delve into that subject further, of course, I always have links in our notes for you to go to read the articles that I got this information from. This is from verywellhealth.com. But again, if you want to read into it, just look down wherever you're listening now, there's a lot of text below it, and there'll be links to these articles. And interesting thing about weight, and that's the last thing I'll say about it, is your age range makes a difference. So 20 to 29 years, the average weight is 165, 30 to 39, 178, 40 to 49, 177, 50 to 59 is 180. And that's kind of the peak for most people. Averages out to be 50 to 60 years old. That's when you weigh your most. So, and then you start to drop back down. 60 to 69 is 171. 70 to 79 is 163, and 80 years and over is 150. So why do you think that is, Diana, that we might lose weight as we get older?
Well, as we age, we do eat less for sure. And then also, as you mentioned, just gravity and the compression, and we lose muscle mass as we age.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so, we lose bone density. So there's a lot of factors that go into that, in my opinion.
Oh, so that weight loss isn't that great.
Not necessarily, but isn't that a great thing to know you're going to lose weight as you get older? You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Even if it's all your muscles and your bones, all that's left is a blob of fat skin. I can't wait. I would think that the United States would be the heaviest because of the junk food. I mean, we have so much processed food available here. The United States does reflect higher levels of obesity due to income, healthcare access, cultural influences, and other factors. Uh, the highest rate of obesity is in West Virginia and Mississippi.
Well,
Well, no comment.
they like fried foods down there,
They do cook good stuff. That's for
and
sure.
so do I.
Me too. Me too. Okay, let's get out of the looks department. And there are statistics you can look up: hair color, eye color. Dark eyes are the most common eye color. Green eyes are the most uncommon eye color. I do know that. Okay, number of jobs. Start counting, Diana, how many jobs you've had. And that I guess that would be anything that you received payment for would be considered a job.
Um, eight, actually, eight.
Eight. Okay.
And I
Still
usually,
counting.
I work two jobs at one time most of the time.
That's true. Hmm.
Yes, I was at Children's Hospital for 32 years. So there was one job that was 32 years. So, and I just had other jobs with it.
All right. So you're actually stable. It may sound like you're not stable, but you were stable. You were just working other jobs.
I just wanted to be well rounded. And honestly, I just got bored. I didn't have anything to do with my time. So I just wanted to work. So I did.
Yeah. Diana is not a sit around and do nothing kind of person.
No.
I wish I was more that way. Okay, so how the average individual changes jobs how many times do you think? That would be
Um,
changes jobs.
changes jobs. I would say five.
Wow. 12 times.
Mm, okay.
That makes me feel better. I'm an entrepreneur and I I would say I'm around 12 or more, starting little businesses here and there, mostly self-employed for most of my life. So um, I think, ooh, I'll do that. Ooh, I'll do that. Ooh, I'll do this. Ooh, I'll do that. I don't know what that says about me.
It just says that you're well rounded. And I don't think that that should be a negative if it's 12 or whatever. You keep changing through your life, and potentially you left a job for a better job. And you shouldn't be looked down upon for that.
Well, thank you. My mom would say, make up your mind and stick with something. But I appreciate that, your perspective, Diana.
Oh, you always get my opinion, whether you like it or not.
I like this one. The average employee's tenure with an employer is approximately how many years would you say?
Oh, wow. Well, when was this survey done? Do you-
2026, actually. It's current.
Okay. Oh, wow. Because then you got to factor in the people that have been older, like you and I, that were more stable as far as committing to a company and staying with it. And then you have current day. So,
That's true. That's very true. That's a good point. We
um,
won't say that they're unstable now. It's just they're not, they don't feel obligated as much as we did and guilty and all that.
right. Um, I really don't know how to answer that because it is so varied. There's so many different moving parts there that
Yeah.
now, if you ask me, from the range of maybe 40 years old to 60 years old, what would that be? But then you have 20-year-olds nowadays, they stay at a job for a year and then, they move on.
Right.
So I'll just let you answer that because I really don't
Okay.
know.
Well, it's 4.3 years. Does that sound like
Okay.
a short time to you or more than
That
you
sounds
thought?
like a very short time to
I
me.
think so too.
And I also thought it would be less than that. I
Oh,
really
you
did.
did?
I did, but I think that the people like you and I even that out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, we bring that average up.
Correct.
Yeah, my dad started work for at the time it was called South Central Bell, but it's AT&T basically, telephone company, at 19, and then he retired 35 years later just because they made him leave. So that's the difference in our generations, you know.
Yeah. And, I was never fired from a job. I just like to do a lot of different things, kind of like you and your entrepreneur, unless you fired your own self. There is, and that's a different category. Entrepreneurs
Yeah, I put myself
in
in
that slow
timeout a
gun.
few times. I gave myself some warnings, but I never fired myself.
Hmm.
Let's see, have I ever been fired? No, I wouldn't call it fired.
I don't call that fire today.
Yeah, I've been let go, but I've never been fired. I said, that's okay. I was going to quit anyway.
As long as they didn't have security have to escort you out of the building, then I'd say you're good.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to know about jobs? And this is from zippia.com. Again, I'll include a link, and it goes into age, gender, occupation. Do you think people are retiring earlier or later now? And I don't know the answer. I'm just asking what you think.
I'm thinking earlier. I think a lot of companies now are offering their employees that have been there a long time kind of a bonus program to go ahead and retire out. So why wouldn't you if you have an offer like that?
Yeah, but I think a lot of people who are retired, when you used to, if you retired, you're set for life, and you go to
Right.
Boca and stay on the beach. Now people get jobs as greeters at Walmart, bagging groceries, doing food delivery, whatever, to make ends meet.
I was going to say, I think that today's living causes that, but also they are at that time in their life where they still need to feel needed.
True.
So, my dad was like, I think I'm just going to go work at Walmart. And I'm like, okay, I think that's a great idea. You would be the best greeter they've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when my dad was forced to retire, he started, it's interesting, he drove rental cars. The rentals cars ended up at the final destination, but they needed to go back to the original. So he and a group of retirees would jump in cars and drive the car
Yeah.
back to, and stop and get lunch. And he loved it. He loved it. So, yeah, I think if you keep that mind busy, you're going to live longer for sure. The industry that has the longest amount of people staying is the federal government, then the local government, then public sector, and then manufacturing. I think that's interesting. All the government workers stay. It must be the benefits.
I would assume.
Yeah. Okay. Again, this is a really good article with a lot of interesting information. So I'll let you guys delve into it. Okay, let's go into love and relationships. This is a scary one. So everyone think about all your loves that you've had.
Do we have to?
Just for these few minutes, let's do that.
All right.
What percentage of Americans would you think are currently in a committed relationship? Percentage.
Um,
Not necessarily marriage, but committed.
40%.
26%. That shocks me.
Wow, that's low.
Everybody else is just going around willy-nilly.
Goodness.
Of course, I'm not a part of that percentage, so I shouldn't be saying anything. 47% of adults have been married or in a committed relationship for 5+ years. 21% of American adults have been married or in a committed relationship for less than 5 years. And 71, this is good news for us single people. 71% of singles are seeking a long-term relationship.
That's good.
Yeah. 50% are not seeking, and 61% of men are looking for a committed relationship as opposed to 38% of women. Well, that's really switched.
Boy, howdy.
Wow. I think that has to do with laundry and food, meals.
Gee, okay.
It's why men are looking. And the same reason women are not looking is because of laundry and food and cooking.
Good points.
Uh, for your first serious relationship, think about that. How long did it last?
Um, I'm gonna say 7 years.
Hmm. Mine would be about 3.5. Most first relation, well, 40%, which is most here, serious relationships last between 1 and 5 years. That's your first, that's your first love.
Yeah,
So we're in the average there. Actually, that feel in love phase only lasts about a year. Would you agree with that?
I would.
That yummy, yummy feeling?
Yeah, but let's all just be real and be ourselves, and then that way, every year can be like that.
Yeah. Quit being your best representative of yourself and be yourself.
Yes,
94% of women believe in true love compared to only 88% of men who feel that way. That sounds right to me.
yeah,
Not to be a downer, but as I get older, and I'm single, I've been single for a while, and I don't think that's why, but I kind of feel like, and no offense to you or anybody else in a great relationship, I'm not so sure there's such a thing as a soulmate or the true love. I could think you maybe could be only in love once and thought you were in love other times, so you could say that's your true love. But I don't know. I just feel like, oh, never mind. Bring everybody down. Never mind. Never mind.
no, you're not. I think you should do a podcast on soulmates and do some research on that. I
That's a
think
good
that
idea. What does
people
that
would be
exactly mean? Yeah.
interested, yeah, in that. And what is really the definition of a soul mate?
Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Maybe that would be a Giggles and Gratitude, our Sunday episode.
Okay.
All right. See, 63% of singles between 18 and 29 are interested in a relationship, while 37 are not. So that's pretty young. 18 to 29 are actually looking for a relationship. This is actually making me feel good because
Well, good.
I feel like younger people just don't believe in commitment or or marriage or staying with one person. They're just having a blast out there and intend to do that for the rest of their lives. If that's having a blast. I don't know. You think it is at that age, you know.
right?
All right. And once again, there's a lot of fun things here you guys can look up for yourself. That is called flingorlove.com. Is where we got that information. So did I ask you how many serious relationships you've been in?
You did not.
Okay, that's a good one.
Serious, meaning 5 years or more?
No, I would say 2 years
Okay.
and not seeing anyone else.
Okay. If it's exclusive,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 7.
Wow, that's more than I thought. Good for you. I've had four, I think.
Why is the fact that I've had more better?
Oh, I guess it's not. It's just not that I thought to.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think of you as a monogamous, long-term, stable, committed person. So I'm trying to
Yes.
figure out how you fit seven in there, but I believe you. I believe you.
I have been married 4 times now. I remember that.
Okay. So you squeezed in other people in between.
I reckon.
Let's move out of relationships and go to travel.
Oh, yeah.
You are a big traveler.
Where are we going, Dina?
You're a much bigger traveler than I am. I
So
enjoy traveling, but go ahead.
I was just to say, where are we go traveling today too? Or are we just talking in general?
What's how many let's see, that's hard to say how many states you visited. That would take forever to count and figure out. Let's
I
just look
would
and
say
see.
I've been in at least 40,
Wow, that's great. Okay, what do you think the average American, how many states in the US they've visited, average?
11.
Oh, 16.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I hit that or not. Of course, older Americans tend to travel more than younger because they retire. 25% have visited 30 states. So you're up in the upper of travel, which I would think you would be. Diana traveled to, had a nice trip. I guess it was nice. We'll find out this Sunday. We'll talk about her trip. It was a very important trip that will be very interesting to talk about. Okay.
So don't miss it, people.
That's right. That's right. What do you think the most visited state is in the US?
Washington, D.C.
You would think so. Maybe they didn't consider that a state because that's what a district.
Oh, well, all right then. Florida. People go to see Mickey.
Yes. Florida. 64% of Americans say they visit Florida. That's big. And then the second one, you have a guess on
Uh,
the second.
we'll say California.
Well, it's the third. New York, let's see, no, fourth. Florida, New York, Texas, and California.
Okay.
Oh, and look, it says 54% have visited Washington, D.C. So that's actually comes in second, but they didn't count that as a state, which makes sense. Let's see if they've got the least amount of states visited. I would say it's somewhere cold or small, like maybe there's not a lot to do.
I would say Greenland or Iceland, maybe. This isn't very.
Yeah, we're talking about the United States, though.
Oh,
I'm thinking, I don't see it here, but we need to have a geography lesson first.
okay, maybe Wisconsin. It's
Hmm.
cold up there.
Yeah, no offense, Wisconsin, but there's not a lot. There's states that don't have a lot of things. There's a lot of open land, let's put it that way. See, I don't see. Looks appears to be New England states, which surprises me. You'd think it would be more out Midwest or Northwest. I mean, every state has so much to offer, and they're so beautiful in their own way. It's just, I'd love to visit every state before I die. I really would.
Well,
Okay.
get on it.
I know I need to. It's just time and money, girl. Time and money.
I know.
Okay. Let's talk about moving. How many times have you moved in your life?
7.
Wow, that's a lot, I think, but we'll see. with this
It
empire.
felt like a lot.
Moving is the pits, isn't it?
Well, I was 5 years old when I first moved from North Carolina to Tennessee, so I really don't remember that one, but I counted it.
Oh, looks like 9 times is average. So that's,
Okay.
you're not so bad. I've moved, let's see, one, two, four times.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. We've got so much more to talk about. I have crazy statistics that will shock and amaze you. So we'll need to come back to do that, I guess. But how did you guys compare today? Are you normal and we're abnormal? Does it matter? I mean, I would think that statistics can tell us what's common about us amongst us, but they can't really tell us what's meaningful. One person could move 10 times and have the same number of jobs, but they're two totally different people with two totally different personalities and experiences. So they can tell us what most people have done, but you can't tell you what journey is right for you. What could be right for one person is not right for another person. So, it's just really fun. It's not that meaningful, I would say. We just did it for fun today. Diana, I like for you to kind of give the takeaway anytime we have an episode. This was kind of a
Well,
chaotic episode, but what do you think our listeners could take away from today, and what did you take away from today?
I'd like everybody to know, like Dina said, statistics are not the equation that you pinpoint your life on. If you're 5'3" or you're 5'9", be happy with yourself. If you're not happy with your weight, then work on it. Make sure your relationships are strong and try to commit and be the best person that you can be. And as you guys can tell, my voice is going out on me, but I will finish with everything is about you. It is what makes you happy and content and fulfilled in your life. No matter what you weigh, where you're at, how many times you move, how many jobs you have, anything, none of that matters as long as you're happy where you're at with yourself.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you. Even though I'm losing my voice, I sound like Demi Moore.
Oh, that's good. That's sexy. We really want to thank you guys for joining us, and we hope you'll join us Sunday for Giggles and Gratitude. Diana will talk about her trip, and we've got a kind of a different topic that's I think will be helpful to a lot of people. So,
I can't wait.
yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much. I love you, Diana. Thanks for joining again.
Love all of you. Go have a wonderful day. Bye bye.